Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, January 9th, 2021, and it is the beginning of the NFL football playoffs. Um, they start today. The first game's in about half an hour, Buffalo, Indianapolis. But before I get on to other things, I'm going to give you my picks for uh, the playoffs, at least for today's playoffs. And these are my winners I'm picking: Cleveland, Tennessee, Buffalo, Seattle, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. So those are my picks that are going to win today and tomorrow. And I think, in my picks, the Super Bowl game is going to be Buffalo and Green Bay. So call me on those if I'm wrong. I'll adjust them if I'm wrong. If one of my teams loses, I'll adjust next week. But for right now, Buffalo, Tennessee, Cleveland, Seattle, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. Count on it. For my hockey fans, hockey season starts next Wednesday. They're in training now. Um, the Blue Jackets have had some COVID issues, but I haven't heard that it's anything that's going to keep them from starting the season on Wednesday. So I'm expecting to see a game. Well, I'm expecting there to be a game. I don't know if I'll see it. Um, I might. My nephew might not let me. Every time I watch the Blue Jackets, they lose, but we'll see if I can sneak a couple games in. Finally, the last thing we're going to talk about today is the NBA. Lots of stuff going on in the NBA. First of all, let's start with the Cavaliers. I'm not sure I mentioned this to you, but they picked up Drummond in the offseason, and he's looking really good for the Cavs. I've been real happy with his performance. So I think that's going to add an extra to them. And they are currently 5-4. So although they're sitting in eighth place, they're tied with a lot of people at that level. So we'll see if the Cavs can get it back on track this year. Also, I want to talk about Boston. I've always liked the Celtics. I don't know why. I think it's from the Larry Bird days. I just have a spot in my heart for the Celtics. But Jason Tatum and Brown, like whose first name I just forgot, are really having a great start off to the season. They are scoring some points, and they are making a difference. But the one that interested me that I didn't know about is that Tristan Thompson now is in Boston. And I think they may add something with him. I don't know that he's played yet because I think he might be injured. I know he didn't play the other night when I watched a game, but I think that's going to be fun. You know, they've had Horford, and who did they have last year in that position? I can't even remember. But I think Tristan's going to be fun, so we shall watch him. I am excited about Tristan. Also, lastly, and we're going to make this short one today. Well, probably not, because probably I'll start talking about something and keep going. But here are the NBA East leaders right now: Philadelphia, Orlando, and Indiana. Those are the top three teams in the East. And in the West, the top three teams right now are Phoenix, the Clippers, and the Jazz. Amazingly, not the Lakers. But the Lakers are right there amongst them. So that's how the NBA is starting off. Well, I'm not going to say nothing surprising because Orlando surprised me that they're starting off so fast this year. But the others, the Jazz, the Suns, Indiana, those are all traditional good teams, and you'd expect them to have a good record at this point. So we'll see how that plays out. Not watching a lot. I will say this, because you know I'm not a big James Harden fan. I also don't like Draymond Green for the same reason. But John Wall in Houston is making a difference for them. And I don't know that they're winning a lot of games yet, but he's very primary in their plan, their scheme for every night. So he's been a huge difference. And I would like to say one more thing about basketball, and this is just my own little bitch. But if the Lakers cannot get Kyle Kuzma to be something, to be a player, to be consistent, I wish they'd put him on the bench and not starting. And that's just my opinion. because the man drives me crazy every time I put him in a fantasy team. So, fantasy's on this weekend for me. I got 3 games going today and tomorrow, and then I'll add basketball to that for tonight and tomorrow. So it's gonna be busy fantasy weekend for me. I'll let you know how I did. We'll have to see how that goes. And in the meantime, it's another week of January, and the 15th is coming up real quick next week. Half of the month is already over. Can you believe it? And the weather's going to turn again at somewhere around the 18th, they say. It's going to turn into winter finally. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to that or not, but winter sports are here. I will be fine. You will be fine too. So let's sign off for now. We will check back in with you in a few days, and we'll see what's going on in sports. Have a good weekend.